In a world where technology and interstellar exploration was the norm, there lived a man named Leo who was far from ordinary. He was tiny, no taller than a finger. Everyday life was a grand adventure for him, and he navigated through a world designed for giants. Despite his diminutive stature, Leo had always possessed an insatiable curiosity that drove him to explore the unseen corners of the universe. One fateful day, while on an exploratory mission in a remote galaxy, Leo and his team encountered a beautiful alien planet named Zerab 9. The surface shimmered with hues of violet and teal, and the atmosphere was thick with the smell of blooming flora that pulsated with bioluminescence. Leo was thrilled. The planet seemed like a treasure trove waiting to be unearthed. As they set up their camp, a shimmering figure emerged from the forest. She was unlike anything Leo had ever seen, tall and graceful, with translucent skin that glowed softly like moonlight. Her intricate patterns danced across her body, reflecting the colors of the flora around her. She was an alien woman, a member of the Zerab species. Captivated, Leo stepped forward, unaware of the danger that lay ahead. In a swift and unexpected motion, the alien woman wrapped her hand around Leo and brought him closer to her face. She studied him with eyes that shimmered like stars, filled with a mix of curiosity and hunger. "Who are you, little one?" she asked, her voice melodic yet powerful. "I'm Leo. I mean no harm," he replied, trembling but intrigued by her beauty. But the alien didn't appear convinced. In an instant, she opened her mouth wide, revealing rows of crystalline teeth, and without warning, she swallowed him whole. The world went dark as Leo tumbled through a narrow tunnel, slick and warm. Panic surged through him as he felt the walls of the alien's throat contracting around his tiny body. The sensation was overwhelming, warmth intertwined with a slippery coating that clung to him like a second skin. His tiny heart raced faster than it ever had, a mixture of fear and an odd, inexplicable curiosity taking over. As he slid down further, gravity and the alien's digestion worked in tandem, propelling him deeper into her body. He landed with a soft plop into a pool of viscous slime that surrounded him, overwhelming his senses. The air was heavy with the scent of something both foreign and organic, an aroma that was strangely intoxicating and nauseating at once. Leo's body was drenched in thick, gelatinous fluid as he struggled to regain his balance. Instinctively, he reached out to catch himself, but his fingers sank into the gooey substance, which was warm against his skin yet somewhat corrosive. For a fleeting moment, his mind raced, not just with fear, but with an undeniable fascination. Here he was, inside an alien being, an opportunity so rare that few would ever encounter. He took a deep breath, and the tang of stomach acid flooded his senses. It clawed at his throat, a reminder of the reality he had plunged into. He looked around, taking in his surroundings as best as he could. The walls undulated rhythmically, a testament to the function of the alien's digestive workings. Leo steadied himself, bracing against the slick surface that surrounded him. It was unsettling yet strangely fascinating to imagine what lay beyond the fleshy walls. The world around him pulsed in rhythm with the alien's breath, and he had to concede to a twinge of awe at the machinery of life he was now a part of. Though fear loomed over him, curiosity beckoned, whispering promises of discovery. With each step he took through the slimy terrain, the alien's stomach churned ominously, contracting and releasing rhythmically, engulfing him further in its depths. The sensation of the slime gliding over his skin was both repulsive and oddly alluring, every droplet a whisper from the alien organism itself. Each movement was accompanied by sounds. Gurgling noises echoed like thunder in the distance, each growl resonating in the recesses of Leo's mind. He could feel the heat radiating from the walls, an unsettling reminder of his predicament. The acid stung against his skin, yet he found himself pressing on, propelled by equal parts fear and intrigue. Ahead of him, he spotted a glowing light flickering through the darkness, an opening. His heart leaped with hope, guiding him toward that shimmer. It seemed to dance, and as he drew closer, he realized it was a void in the sloshy mass of the alien belly. As Leo approached the opening, he hesitated. What lay beyond that glimmering light? Fear gripped him again, tighter than before. What if it was a trap? Yet the churning and sloshing around him squeezed at his determination, forcing him to take a breath and step closer. The slime was thick, clinging desperately to his legs, pulling him down as if attempting to retain him. With each step, Leo felt the weight of the world atop his shoulders, a sensation that bound him to the alien's interior. But he fought against the tide, taking one final leap toward freedom. With a swift motion, he plunged through the glowing opening. The sensation was electric, the transition from the suffocating gloom of the stomach to the brightness beyond felt like shedding chains. But as he emerged, he was met with a new challenge. The light enveloped him, and he found himself in a vast cavity filled with pulsing organs and interlacing veins that pulsated with life. The walls were alive with color, shades of deep crimson and soft blues intertwining, captivating him even as he felt the urgency to escape. Leo marveled at the beauty, a universe of organic creations surrounding him. Yet his heart raced as he realized he hadn't found solace yet. His eyes searched frantically for an exit, for a way to escape this beautiful yet deadly world. The glowing warmth drew him toward an orifice at the far end, a fleshy opening that seemed to pulse in rhythm with the alien's heartbeat. It could be the exit he sought, or the final trap. As he approached the orifice, the heat embraced him, and a rush of stomach acid seized the air around him. Leo felt a mix of terror and allure. "What are you doing, Leo?" he whispered to himself, questioning his own sanity for daring to venture here. Would he make it out? Or would curiosity lead him to irrevocable doom? With renewed determination, he dived into the opening, propelled by a force that was part instinct, part desire to discover the truth of all that lay around him. Suddenly, a surge of warmth enveloped him, rushing against his tiny body as he slipped through. The sensation was overwhelming, pressing against him in swirling waves of acid and slime that churned around him. But as abruptly as it began, he burst forth into brightness that scorched his eyes. Leo had emerged back into the alien woman's mouth, and a split second of realization quenched his emerging sense of elation. Her gleaming teeth loomed above him like a vicious landscape, shimmering with saliva, struggling against the alien's grip. He was suddenly propelled out into the cool air of Zerab 9, landing with a soft thump onto the glistening ground, starkly contrasting against the alien terrain. Leo lay on the ground, panting, his tiny heart racing as he processed the overwhelming experience. Every inch of him was still drenched in the alien slime, testimony to his harrowing journey through her body. He was both exhilarated and terrified, wrapped in the paradox of this alien encounter.